Now I want to illustrate a few points now about pieces which have been played often, and every pianist has played it, which is for Elise by Beethoven, which is a piece which you can hear the first tune on the telephone. It has become a kind of wallpaper. And I'm going now to illustrate how I perceive this piece and how I think that it should be treated as such. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it, because Beethoven actually had a very disappointed life, full of unrequited love. And at the end, he was over 50 already, and he was at the time when he wrote the Razumovsky Quartet. He actually fell in love with the niece of a chemist, so one says. Now, for Elise was not the name was Therese, but nobody knows who she was. It's like a kind of Mona Lisa. One doesn't know who she actually was. And Beethoven became quite a dandy. And this piece is dedicated, to me, this is a love story. A love story with the beginning, with the hopes and aspiration of somebody who loves, with a very happy interlude. Everything goes wonderful, they're happy. Then comes the doubt, you know, like in every relationship, suddenly comes the moment when things may not be. Then comes what is destiny, you know, the foreboding of something which is rather dark and unhappy and gloomy. And then comes, the end comes again with its theme, but you look back nostalgically at the beginning, and that's the end. So we're talking about the love story, that every love story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Sometimes the end is not so good. So the foreboding is there already in this kind of this sort of destiny is already. And then comes a little chromatic scale that you come back into the beginning, but the beginning is never the same. It's like looking back upon, like you look at the photograph of back, and then it ends, and it's very sad. And if I may now go to the piano. Now I'm going to talk about the Elise here. The Elise will find out something which sounds like a repeat, which is usually played. This comes back. Basically, there is no such thing as a repeat. It is ya da dee da dee da dee da da. The next one is not the same. It is ya da da. It's like somebody opens up and says da ra. I love it. This is a love story. The declaration. In love, and you want to tell your beloved, I love you again, and he starts to stammer out of excitement, of passion. Now comes a very happy time. Party, party. kind of foreboding. chromatic scale here is very often used in classical music to come back to the recapitulation, back to this theme. Now we are looking back. Maybe I've over-dramatized it a bit too much in my playing, but the concept is still there, that there is nothing they repeat every time when you say I love you. It may be boring for everybody else, but not for the lover. Not like it is usually played. And very often the piece is only played the first few in the beginning without the middle part up to the double bar. So this is one piece which has been on the horizon for so long and been mishandled, I'm afraid to say.